This is Indy Next by Firestone. With live coverage of today's practice, this is the IndyCar Radio Network.
Well, you can ask any of these drivers, any of these race fans, they have a favorite racetrack on the schedule. Many of them will tell you it is Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's beautiful Road America. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Nick Yeoman here on the IndyCar Radio Network. Our driver analyst is Davey Hamilton. Michael Young is pit side as we are getting things started with practice number 1 for Indy Next by Firestone as they prepare for Sunday's Indy Next by Firestone Grand Prix of Road America. All 21 drivers heading out of the racetrack for this first practice session. 45 minutes in length around this really spectacular 4-mile, 14-turn natural terrain road course up in Wisconsin. Yeah, 21 drivers once again on the Indy Next calendar as we again added Jordan Missick back to the lineup for a third car for Able Motorsports, and Hunkos Racing is Hunkos Hollinger back in their usual one with Lindsey Brewer this weekend, but it is a familiar field of 21 cars. Jordan Missick making his way through turn number 5 as we speak, chasing after his teammate Yuvan Sundaramurthy, who is a hometown driver from Wisconsin, a recent graduate of Wisconsin-Madison, so he's got a lot of friends and family in attendance. Going to be paying attention to him this weekend, but Able Motorsports bringing 3 cars this weekend, Missick, Sundaramurthy, and then as Michael touched on, still waiting to see Jacob Abel get out of the racetrack early on in this practice session. Davey, it's just a 20-lap race when we go racing on Sunday, and that's because this is such a gigantic racetrack, 4 miles in length, and I think qualifying tomorrow could be really interesting because all of these drivers get 12 minutes, but with a racetrack this big, you're going to have to be perfect every corner. Yeah, this place is so big, it's very easy to throw away a lap.
Yeah, it's hard, over twice as big as where they just came from.
Michael touches on this place is so big as we've got issues for Yuvan Sundaramurthy has gotten off track in turn number 12. The driver from Wisconsin. It's kind of an odd spot, Davey, just leaving Canada corner. Everybody driving to his left to avoid him, but he has stopped that car just shy of the tire barriers.
I don't think that he hit the tire barriers. He's in a really, I've never seen a car there. I mean, usually when you spin off Canada corner, you're going to go to the outside of the track. I don't really see a lot of skid marks, so I don't, we'll see if we can see exactly what happened there, but looks like it's just going to be a toe in. But Michael's right about the wind. It's going to change, you know, around this track all the time, and it does make a difference, whether it's a headwind, a tailwind, even a side gust. It changes the characteristics of the car. You need to be prepared for it. The tough part is, as he said, it's gusty. It's not just a steady wind. It's pretty gusty, and it's changing directions, and then it just goes away, and so it's going to be a challenge, not just now, but all day long for these drivers to kind of get used to that wind. As we see, he did spin out, and that was kind of, like I said, an odd spin. We just got the very end of it with Yuvan, and it doesn't seem like, again, I don't think he hit anything. Hopefully they can just fire him up. Looks like they're just going to push him back a little bit. Right front tire is locked up, though. I don't know if he was on the brakes or what, but it was kind of odd looking as they're pushing him, having the right front tire locked. It's rolling now. No nose wing damage, so I think he's in pretty good shape.
Watching Miles Rowe make his way down to the right-hander of turn number 3 in car 99. And Davey, he was the show in Detroit, coming from 19th to 4th. I think that was a big confidence booster for that young man. Still in the championship hunt, enters this weekend, fit 81 points back, but were you as impressed with that run as I was for Miles Rowe?
Yeah, and where it was impressive is that track was very difficult. I think it's one of the most technical, difficult racetracks. Easy to get yourself in trouble, make mistakes. As he found out, crashed twice. He crashed in qualifying, he crashed in practice. But when it came, and that's why I had to start so far back in the field. But man, when that green came out, that car was obviously really fast. He found the limits of himself in that car, and he came to the front and did a great job.
So you throw away 1 lap, that's very easily, could end up being a good third, maybe a quarter of your qualifying session as we see the replay as James Rowe was hustling it, locking up that right rear Firestone, and it definitely took a beating down into corner number 1. Back to pit lane, Michael Young, about 10.5 minutes to go here in qualifying, or practice.
Well, we're just confirming the story with Nolan Siegel, understanding, and this has not been confirmed, but that he may be replacing Augustin Canapino in that Hunkos Hollinger car. So he got out of that car and is rushing down, getting ready for IndyCar practice. Again, that's not been confirmed, but that's what we're hearing down here on pit lane.
So very interesting. We are indeed seeing those same reports, Michael, as we see one from IndyCar that may indeed be the case, that Nolan Siegel will be running the number 78 car in place of Augustine Canapino, who will be taking a leave of absence this weekend. That right-hander down to turn number 12 is pretty cool, and we're seeing a replay. Bryce Aaron through turn number 14, cutting a little grass.
Yeah, coming onto this front straightaway, you really want to charge that corner. And the problem is you run over rumble strips. There is a pad outside those rumble strips that they put there, but it really upsets the car, and he definitely hit them rumble strips, went over that pad into the grass, able to come back on track as row goes by. Doesn't affect either car.
Anyways, the checkered flag is out on this session. All the drivers still on track, getting one final opportunity to complete their lap. Louis Foster appears to be full sog down into the right-hander of Canada corner, as it looks like nobody's going to be faster than him to end this practice session. We'll see what he can do on this last lap as he
looks
slices
like he's off
his way.
the pace right now. Yeah, it looks like he's slowed down. He may want to be careful because he may hold up the car behind him, which he did. It's just whoever's behind him is not going to be too happy because he definitely slowed down a little bit too much, and that was Rowe that caught up to him and wasn't able to improve. Yeah,
that last lap for Foster was down around a minute 56, so that was a good 5 seconds off of what he did earlier in this session with that lightning quick lap of a minute 51.907. That is going to put him at P1 at the end of practice number 1. Kyle Collette second, Jacob Abel third, James Rowe fourth, Bryce Aaron fifth. Then it's Jamie Chadwick, Callum Hedge, Jonathan Brown, Michael D'Orlando, and Nolan Siegel. For those of you who can see the pictures on IndyCar Live, those watching the big screens, you see Nolan back in that Juncos Hollinger garage area as he is getting ready to jump in an IndyCar. So we just saw somebody, Davey, just blitz their way down the front straightaway. I don't believe that drive. That was Michael D'Orlando.
Oh, there's going to be a bit of a penalty there.
Yeah,
the checkered came out long time ago.
They don't like that if you don't heed the checkered flag, as he's going to have to go all the way around. And hopefully,
I mean, that's a good minute and a half late. Yeah, that's not going. I seen that go by. What had just happened here?